Hi, welcome to the first in the series of many training videos that we are collaborating to bring to you. So this training video is called the First 48. Dun, dun, dun. So the First 48, we are going to provide you with information for what you as a leader should be doing in your first 48 hours and what your stylist should be doing in the first 48 hours. So we are going to let her take it away.
Hey there. So when you sponsor somebody, you have to understand you have to pretty much take their hand and walk them through the first 48 hours. I mean, we're going to get all up in their business with them. You're going to hold their hand. You're going to talk to them multiple times a day. You're going to make sure that you're giving them the proper start for their business. You know, you've been in, you've got your routine going, but for somebody that is brand new, they're not going to automatically know what to do. I mean, they're going to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off or like a deer in the headlights. And, that's where you come in. We have to come in and we have to show them where to go. We have to show them the groups to get into. We have to help them realize what their why is. To me, that is one of the first steps. Is they know they want to do Color Street, or they wouldn't have signed up under you. But you have to help them understand what their why is and help them put a plan together.
Understand what they're capable of.
Yes, because a lot of people, I mean, they've never owned a business, they've never done sales, they just see your excitement and see your success, and they want what you have, but for their reasons. So with that, we plan on giving you the steps to help them for the first 48 hours. It's very important to get them started properly, and you've got the first 48 hours, we feel, to do that. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to this chick because we know she's
I'm chomping at the bit to talk right now.
I'm just like, okay, she's giving me my couple of minutes. Now I'm turning it back over to her because that's how we work. So anyway.
So a lot of times if you have the personality like I do, you sign somebody and you expect them to just hit the ground running because that's what I did. That's my personality. I'm very orange. I go find all my own answers. I find my own trainings. I dive in head first. And then you have somebody like my mom. She's eager. She's excited, but she needs marching orders. Like she needs for someone to say, go in this direction. Now she will bulldog, pit bull be on it, but she needs somebody to say, hey, go this way when she was getting started. Mm-hmm. So everybody is not going to come out of the gate exactly like you do. And as a leader, it's important that you figure out what type of personality your new stylist has so that you can serve them in the best way possible. So in the first 48 hours of a stylist, you automatically think of what they need to do. But it is important that you realize whether you are sponsoring your very first stylist for the very first time or you are on your 15th stylist, that you treat every single one of them with the same amount of eagerness and excitement for them and their new business, and dedicate the same amount of time, whether you have a team of 300 people and you feel you're pulled in every direction. When you choose leadership, you choose that responsibility to help them and to give them the direction of all the resources they need. So in their first 48 hours, we're going to start with what you should be doing in their first 48 hours. So I do have a list here, so if you see my darting eyes, it's so that I keep somewhat focused. So immediately you will need to add them to the team pages. Don't just blindly add them to every single upline group that we have, because we know at this point there's a lot of them, because they're going to go add them to your immediate sponsors group, and consider adding them to Team Fancy Fingers, because I do believe there's a lot of organized information very quickly accessible through the units in that group. So you're going to want to do that. You're going to want to lead them to the Color 10 resource platform that's now available for new stylists. It's a great resource, but it also is not the limit to where their learning needs to be. You have to send them to more places, but we don't want to exclude that awesome new program that is in place. So next, you're going to want to make sure that you explain what a Facebook group search feature is to them. So once you add them to these groups, you want them to know how to use the group. A lot of people don't even know that a search bar is a function in a group. So that is one thing you're going to want to do. You're going to want to tag them in the pinned announcement post in the Glimmer team. We have reformatted that announcement post, and it has a lot of that crucial information right there in one long paragraph that they can read and kind of like create their checklist and get an idea of what's going on. So you're also going to want to make sure that you add them to the Glimmer Team College. That is the first 12 days in their business to kind of help keep following up with them and give them more direction beyond the first 48 hours. Next, you're going to want to make sure that they are putting together a list of what they need to do. We have a list that will be uploaded in the files here for their first 48, but you want to make sure that you're reminding them to reach out to that checklist so that they don't like just lose a lot in transition there. You're also going to want to show them how to place a business supply order, because if they are hitting the ground running with their business, they should need twosies in a fairly fast fashion. So you're going to want to show them how to use those. And when you do that, explain to them the crucial benefit of investing that $29 into a set of twosies and just what it's going to do for their business. A lot of people get those first 75 twosies in their kit and think they're good after that. So that's one thing as a leader that you're going to do, is explain the bread and butter behind those twosies. So you're going to want to make sure that they set up their Facebook group, explain the policies and procedures behind setting up a Facebook group, and have them add you so that the first 48 hours you can help be a pace setter for them for the stuff that needs to be going up in this group. Also, we do have a business supply list. So it is a optional business supply list. You know, some people are just going to throw their stuff in an envelope for the first month. That's fine, but give them the best resources that we have found, the best prices to all of our collective team's favorite supply list. So those are the main crucial things that you're going to want to do in your new stylist first 48 hours. Now for them, it is a similar dialogue of stuff, but theirs is going to be more involved, because while you can help set the pace, you cannot do this stuff for them, but it is your duty to tell them what the stuff is. So the first thing they are going to want to do is name their business. So whether it is going to be the traditional, you know, Audra D. Hart Independent Color Street Stylist, make sure you explain to them that the words Color Street can only be used in that format, their name followed by Independent Color Street Stylist. But encourage them, you know, we have a fun name, Fully Polished Pair. We let our group create that. I've seen many new stylists that put off starting up their VIP group for several days because they don't have that cool, catchy name. Don't let that be the case. So show them the standard name for their business that they can get started, and let them know that can be changed at any time so that they can get their VIP group up and going. So they need to be next scheduling their launch party. So a lot of people just kind of like fall into selling, and they don't really do like a big rah-rah like, woohoo, it's my first Color Street party, I'm so excited, you guys. They don't have a launch party and they don't get that excitement built. The more excited you can teach them to be, then the people that they're going to bring into this launch party are going to feed off of that excitement. So getting a launch party on the books right away and creating an event for that launch party the day their group comes available, they want that information to be available to their group. So you're also going to want to make sure that their VIP group is a closed group per policy and procedure. It cannot be a public group. So also, when they get their group up, you want to make sure that the first thing they do is make an announcement post that is pinned to the group's announcements, or it used to be pinned post. That should include what Color Street is, both as a product and for them. So that kind of falls into why they're drawn to Color Street. Maybe not their full-blown like why, but why Color Street is something that they are passionate about. They love the product, what it is, a quick synopsis. If they're going to be shipping, you know, on-hand sets, a quick breakdown usually of what you charge for your shipping to keep relevant to your group, and then a pinned link of their open nail bar. So that will be the first thing they put in their group. They will pin it as the announcement post so that it is readily available for new people who come into their group. they will immediately want to start with a sample request post, because as people get added to this group, they need a viable option to quickly find a way to ask for a product to try. And then we highly recommend posting a giveaway post. So boom, 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 your first day, there should be 3 posts in that group. Your announcement post, your sample request post, and a giveaway post. You don't have to give the whole store away, guys. You don't have to give away Coach wristlets and 10 free sets, for a giveaway. It can be a really cool manicure set from the dollar store. It can be one of the 10 free sets that come in their kit. By showing them how to run a giveaway, you're showing them that they can gauge the value of that giveaway based on the point that they are at in their business and what they can afford to do in a way that will build their business without putting them behind, but also explaining just why a giveaway can grow your business. Because a lot of people are like, I just spent $129. I don't know that I can afford to give away a $13 set. Is it worth it? It brings up a lot of feelings, really. So you need to be there to explain just how lucrative it can be for their business. Next, they need to make an announcement on their personal Facebook. So you can use this time to show people just how intertwined your personal Facebook can be with your business. A lot of people have a lot of feelings about, like, business over here, Facebook over here. This is my personal page. This is for me. But there are very intertwinable ways that you can use it without being that spammy person where every post is about their business. So explain to them just that difference, because some people are like, I don't want to blow my friend's Facebook up with all the stuff that I'm selling. It doesn't have to be that way, but they have to know that. So they should make a post about this new adventure that they're on, just how excited they are about it, and offer samples. That should be followed up by a list. They should be making a list of all available people that they can think of to reach out to. This is like their game plan list. Ideally, you want to try to put like 100 names on there. You guys, I didn't know 100 people. I think I had 10 people on there. 10 people who I felt safe that I could just reach out to them and be like, hey, can I send you a sample? I really think you'll love this. And then just let me know what you think. We had samples, like our sample envelopes made up, ready to go with people's addresses on them. So when our kit came, they were out the door with no delay. And expressing the importance of sending that sample out same day or next day is highly important, because we know you've got to wait on the post office to get it there. You should not be a contributing factor to that delay in them getting a sample, because seeing is believing, and you want it in their hands promptly. So you're making the list of people you know. You're going to begin reaching out to those people one-on-one. This will be scary right off the bat, but instead of just a passive Facebook post where you tag people, hey, free sample, free sample, free sample, teaching them right from the beginning to get personal for their business is a big deal. And if you don't rip that Band-Aid off early on, the next thing you know, you're 3 months in and you still don't know how to have those conversations for your business with people. So next, day 2 in their group, they should be doing a live demo. If they've signed up for Color Street, at the very least, they've tried a sample. Rip the Band-Aid, you guys. Get on there, go live, show people this incredible demo of just how easy just a normal everyday person can put these incredible strips on and it not be this big intimidating process. However, going live will become an intimidating process if they don't get used to it right from the beginning. Most of us, if we've never run a business, you don't go live just for fun. Most people don't do that. So they need to be taught how lucrative it can be for their business. And then they need to order business cards. Anywhere you're ordering business cards, whether you're grabbing a template off Etsy and then ordering from Staples or Vistaprint, you have a turnaround time. You want your business cards to beat your samples and your kit, if at all possible, so that you can give those out with that. So that is the first 48. Those are just the bare bones list of things that we feel are very important to accomplish as a sponsor and as a stylist in your first 48 hours. That wasn't so bad, was it, you guys? So first 48 summed up, we will put a list in our files section of the group of your part of the first 48 and their part of the first 48, and you being aware of both of those parts will be very helpful. Bye.
Bye.